mineral complex powder that you add to water and drink. It's around $50 a canister. And most folks will notice results like more energy, weight loss, appetite suppression within 1 or 2 doses. And you can find out all about it by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. Okay, so we're talking about this whole process of chemical transformation. The body is basically a chemical transforming system. Every cell in the body is basically a little miniature chemical transforming system. Hundreds of thousands of different chemicals are produced every second of the day in each cell. And you got 100 trillion cells. Can you imagine the seething, bubbling cauldron of biochemistry that the human body is, or that a cell really is? It's stunning beyond belief. I mean, when we look at our bodies when we're sitting still, it doesn't look like anything's happening, but using our Superman magnification vision, just looking at your skin or imagining what's happening in your body, it really is mind-boggling. And all of this chemical transformation, this A to B to C to D to E, that is occurring ceaselessly and endlessly with a divine intelligence that is incomprehensible to the human mind, all of this incredible chemistry requires nutrition, requires oxygen, and requires a clean, pristine environment. This is why the 3 steps of cell disease, and all disease is cell disease, and what we mean is all disease is cell manufacturing breakdown. All of it is caused by a lack of nutrients, a lack of oxygen, and detoxification. Why is this important? It's important because if we're not feeling as well as we should, or God forbid we're dealing with some kind of degenerative crisis or degenerative disease, cancer or heart disease, all we got to do is figure out a way to get chemical A to go to chemical B to go to chemical C, and the doctor isn't involved. There's no doctor that can help you in this process. There's no drug that can help us in this process. The medical model has stolen, has preempted, has co-opted this process and said, oh, well, we'll give you a drug or we'll cut out an organ and this A to B to C will be just fine. No, it won't be just fine. Drugs can't help us at the A to B to C level. Surgery can't help us at the A to B to C level. No drugs, no doctors, no pharmacists, no Obamacare can help us at the A to B to C level. Only God can. Only the divine force can. Through nutrition, through oxygenation, and through detoxification. One of these A to B to C processes involves the amino acid methionine getting converted to a chemical C, cysteine, via a toxic intermediary, a sometimes toxic intermediary called homocysteine. Homocysteine is one of the more problematic elements in the body. It has a role to play, but when its levels go up because of some kind of breakdown in this A to B to C process, disease shows up. Methionine is an amino acid that's found in animal products and high-protein vegetables. Things like beans and legumes have methionine. Peanuts will get you some methionine. Methionine was considered to be one of the first amino acids that showed up billions of years ago, before life on Earth, before life was created on Earth, according to the story anyway. There were a few gases like methane and ammonia and carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide from volcanic eruptions surrounding the Earth. Earth was just this big gaseous rock. No life, just gas and hard rock. And this is according to the story anyway. A big bolt of lightning came, and that bolt of lightning converted the gaseous material into a few amino acids, one of which was methionine. These days, not all scientists believe the story. The story was based on a landmark experiment that was done at the University of Chicago by a guy named Stanley Miller. Many of you have heard of this. I remember learning about it in biology. And there's some doubt around the story. It's just kind of a theory and kind of a story, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't change the fact that methionine is a very, very, very important amino acid for a lot of reasons. For one thing, it functions as a raw material, a building block for a bunch of super important biochemicals, including the Brightside favorite, lecithin, which helps us digest our fats. Lecithin plays a key role in the health of nerve cells, brain cells, and the nervous system. In fact, lecithin plays a very important role in the health of all cells because it's a key structural element in the intelligence, the information processor of a cell. Remember, the information processor of a cell is that thin sliver of stuff on the order of 10,000 or so times thinner than a piece of notebook paper. Can you imagine this? Take a piece of notebook paper and look at it, and many thousands of times smaller than this notebook paper, this piece of notebook paper, is the coating of a cell, the cell membrane, which is the membrane of a cell. And this membrane of a cell is largely composed of lecithin. Lecithin, in turn, comes from methionine. That makes methionine a vital amino acid for every cell, every organ, every tissue, every system of the body. It also, because methionine gets turned into lecithin, and lecithin is a fat metabolizing substance, important for all fat digestive issues. And if you have fat malabsorption syndrome, you suspect fat malabsorption, you want to be on lecithin. Well, it turns out that methionine can be converted into lecithin in the body. And this makes methionine like lecithin, a very important fat metabolizing supplement. Methionine gets converted into lecithin, and lecithin is a fat metabolizer. This is why you're going to find methionine in a lot of fat burning and fat metabolizing supplements. Bodybuilders who are trying to cut up and lose body fat will oftentimes use methionine for this reason. Then methionine has another really interesting role. Methionine is a source of something called SAM-E. SAM-E, capital S, capital A, capital M-E. You may have heard of SAM-E. SAM-E's got some really fascinating roles to play in the body. SAM-E can be thought of as an activated version of methionine. A lot of you guys may have heard of SAM-E. I remember back in the 1990s, SAM-E was all the rage for brain health issues, for depression. If SAM-E was being used as an antidepressant, that's because it's involved in helping the body make various brain chemicals, including the famous serotonin. And SAM-E was used as an antidepressant. In fact, there's a lot of good literature that talks about SAM-E, which is an activated form of methionine, as being important for as an antidepressant. There's a really interesting book called The Methylation Miracle. We're going to talk about methylation here in a little bit. And that's all about the importance of SAM-E. SAM-E is one of the more fascinating nutritional supplements that you could take, even though it itself is not an essential nutrient. You don't absolutely, positively have to take SAM-E as a supplement, but because it's got so many important roles to play in various systems of the body, including the brain, including for mental health issues, it may be something that you might want to think about supplementing with. It'll cost you, it's a little bit pricey. It'll cost you about $30, $40 for a month's supply, maybe a little bit more. But because it's involved in so many different roles and so many different biochemical processes of the body, SAM-E could be something that you might want to add in to your Mighty 90 essential nutrients. It's basically an activated version of methionine. And because it's an activated version of another nutrient, it means there's no actual specific nutritional need for SAM-E as long as you're getting enough methionine. But because not all of us activate our methionine effectively, SAM-E might be something that you want to think about as a nutritional supplement. All right, we'll continue talking about SAM-E and activation and biochemical processes here when we come back from our break, and take your phone calls as well. 855-660-4261 is our number.
Self-reliance, survival supplies, survival skills, national experts. Get it all at the only free-to-attend national event exclusively for preppers. This spring in Tulsa, it's the National Preppers and Survivalist Expo, a must-be-there event presented by American Living. This massive expo will include special guests, David Mays from Nat Geo's Doomsday Preppers, plus GCN's own Dr. Joel Wallach via live video conference. Hear Dr. Bones, Nurse Amy, and members of the American Prepper Network, along with many other leading national experts. Learn life-saving tips, CPR, how to handle crisis situations, walk through a bomb shelter, and much, much more. 2 big days, April 5th and 6th at the Tulsa Expo Square in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's April 5th and 6th. Doors open at 9 a.m. with absolutely free admission. Don't miss the National Preppers and Survivalists Expo, America's largest emergency preparedness event. Get your free tickets now. NPSExpo.com. That's NPSExpo.com.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Take delivery in spring. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
I will never forget the day my son Jeremy told me he hated me and slammed the door in my face. I'm behavioral therapist Janet Lehman. Behavior problems can turn the child you love and your life into a nightmare. That's why my husband James and I created the Total Transformation, the step-by-step program that shows you how to fix the worst behavior problems and get your child to respect and listen to you again. No matter what the behavior, defiance, backtalk, angry outbursts, disrespect, we can help you stop it. Now you can get the Total Transformation for free. All you need to do is get the program and let us know how it works for you. You can keep it forever for free.
Limited number of free programs available. Call now. 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595. That's 1-888-912-1595. 1-888-912-1595.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
A little right, a little left, but always independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network, GC.
All right, we're back on the Brightside. I'm Pharmacist Ben, and we do have lines open for you at 855-660-4261. Got an interesting Facebook here. And some of you guys are sending you notes on Facebook. I don't always check my Facebook, so it's hard to, if I haven't replied to you on Facebook, I apologize for that. It's best to send me an email, ben@ksco.com, ben@ksco.com. I try to get to get to 4 or 5 calls a day. Put your phone number on your notes, and I don't need to have, it's best if you put, when you're explaining whatever your health crisis is or health challenges or your friend or family member's health challenges, it's best if you do bullet points. It's easier for me to read through emails, and always put your phone number so I can give you a call back. Got a Facebook here, and I've been playing phone tag with this guy, or Facebook tag, actually, with this guy. We're going back and forth. And let's see if I can get this thing up here on my Facebook page. He says here he's on a fast. He wants to know. Actually, what does it say here? Let me get this out here. Good morning. I have a question about taking diatomaceous earth. Is there any chance that would be getting in the way of my longevity supplementation. 2 out of 3 of my daily drinks get some DE thrown in. Any chance I should? And he wants to know if diatomaceous earth, which is a kind of clay sort of subject, will interfere with supplementation. And it's a great question because, indeed, clay can interfere with supplementation. Clay can tie up nutritional supplements, and you may not get the benefit of those supplements. So if you're using bentonite clay or diatomaceous earth as a supplement or as a detox substance, the same detoxification effects that earth and bentonite